Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Then I hit that. Okay, then I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
Head to toe designer, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit, I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it, take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it, so much ice on me, I wish I had two necks, I got homies that can sleep without two, I got homies that can sleep without, Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it, walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit.
This is Dev B Music.
check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new wristwatch, but it don't take time. I pull up on the hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're a friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I wear the flag gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the win.
winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my...
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
2 now on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Tagovailoa's pass.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Davis on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Shaq Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. That's taken at around the 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Tua. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
14-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
For the Jets.
And he's able to get it out of there. Returnable for Grant. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Crowder now to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And it's caught by Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 to Parker there for the Miami first.
First down, Miami.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
11 on the play.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time and another first down.
A gain of
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Preston Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Breida fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes home. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're They're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
5-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Coverage there by Earl.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Dolphins 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the
well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Tua gets this one into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around around the NFL. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
For the Dolphin field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Darnold down to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick 6 in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay, and he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Jets 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and
so we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 4-yard line.
Here we go, son. 52, Mike, 52. That's right, baby. They don't want to.
They'll try again with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
It's the score, Jets 21, Dolphins 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Grant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. A screen to Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
To Le'Veon Bell. A 2-yard pickup.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing again is Darnold. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
28-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
1st and 10.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you're right in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45.
A gain of 42.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 42 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21.
Makes the score Dolphins 35, Jets 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He's going to wind up and air it out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Jones on the coverage.
The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
42.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Faking the give, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, Darnold. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua, a give. This is Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.